Eliminate the negative, give effort they can never give. These nutritional facts, so peep, it's imperative. You peep the content and the nonsense that you letting in. Ignore the critics, them bitches sleep. Fuck, they said it's here. I'ma hustle. Hey, yo, get right. Yo, what up, what up? It's your boy Rhymes. Y'all already know. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Pen Game with Third and Rhymes right here on Rhymes on Deck TV. All right. So let's just be honest. We got two special invited guests in the building today. First off, we're gonna throw it down to Black Market, the Prince. What's giddy, my guy?
What's up with it, my G? You already know what it is. Your boy
Yes,
Black
sir.
Market Prince, man, repping North Carolina to the fullest. Y'all know what's up, man.
There we
Welcome,
go. There
welcome.
we go. All right, and then after that, next special invited guest, my homeboy L. What's goody, my guy?
Good, what's good? Also repping North Carolina by way of Virginia currently.
All right,
Okay.
Yo, I might as well just shut up this episode, but also, why not?
No, don't get it twisted. I understand where the mecca of hip hop is.
Oh, ooh, all right, respect. I like it. Come on, come in the house showing respect. That's what's up. All right, cool. And y'all already know, of course, my partner in crime and my partner in rhyme, Third Degree, was giddy.
What's going on? Ready to get down to this special episode of
Yes,
Pen
sir.
Game? I think we got some interesting
What up?
topics lined up today.
Yes,
So,
yes.
let's dive in. Let's go. Let's roll.
All right, we do. So usually, you know what I mean, y'all already know we jump on here, we go through lists, we go through different, discussions and interviews. Today we're doing it a little different, all right? So Third Degree's about to take the mic and he's gonna, he got some things that he wants to address with these two gentlemen that's right here. All right. Third Degree's on
right.
you, homie.
So it's on me. Let's spark this conversation off with a highly publicized debate as far as the great Kendrick Lamar and the even greater Drizzy Drake. Of course, everybody that's a fan of Pen Game knows that I rep Drake to the fullest, so that's where my heart lies. But just to take it back to, I think a couple weeks ago, Black Market the Prince, you posted a Facebook message, kind of throwing a jab at Drake for his alleged ghostwriters. And Larry, I believe you were tagged in there as well, or you just commented on the post. And of course, I commented, and we kind of got in a little debate about is Drake warranted with the I say hate that's coming from the industry as a whole right now. I think everybody is turning on Drake right now. If you really if you step back and look at everything, it's like, man, what happened? This is like he was like the most celebrated, most popping rapper like 3-4 months ago, and now all of a sudden everybody's coming at his neck. So let's just start off like what
You
is
mean
your viewpoint?
3 or 4 months before the beef? Correct?
Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah, about 3-4 months before the beef.
Yeah, I would say he was probably, if not number one.
He's definitely
He had just dropped first person shooter mode, and he was going.
I would make an argument right around that time. Cole was definitely taking reverence with a lot of people with smashing features.
Yeah. I mean, hip hop was in just like, everything just going, according to plan. Apparently, like Drake just dropped first person shooter mode. We hadn't heard a feature with Drake and J. Cole, and they came and put that together. And then they J. Cole was killing features and stuff. Yeah, life was good, right? Hip hop was all good, right?
Right.
To a certain extent. Drake was still catching a little bit of hell because the album was called All for the Dogs, and we thought we was actually going to get hours Drake all rap, all hardcore, but you end up getting the same formula of few hardcore, female, So I'm not gonna say it was all good for Drake, but he was definitely top 3, top 5 as far as entertainment goes. Yeah.
I'm not going to debate. I'm not going to debate that. That's not debatable. He was definitely
right.
number one. Period. And to be honest, like numbers wise, he's still number one. Honestly, like let's be real with it.
That's fact.
Yeah.
But me as a hip hop artist and a hip hop fan, sometimes numbers are everything to us. You know what I'm saying? So when it comes to bars, delivery, style, uniqueness, you know what I'm saying? Like we look at things a little bit different. So don't like, of course everybody like, yeah, Drake, because he's what's mainstream, he's what's seen, he's what everybody, you know what I'm saying? That's what they pitch to people. He's easy to, you know what I'm saying, to push at any market, you know what I'm saying? But hip hop, to me, I'm gonna say to me because it's different to other people. Hip hop to me is rebellious. It's against the mainstream. It's for the people who just, you know what I'm saying, like people who in the streets every day listening to music in their cars. Don't get me wrong. Don't say like Drake isn't in cars, but it's radio play, it's streaming, but he's in your, when you go shopping, he in the mall, he everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Like, because his music is digestible. But me as a hip hop artist, I could say maybe J. Cole was a little bit, he was probably, but he was doing features with people everywhere and he was on his bag, you know what I'm saying? And when they dropped that first person shooter mode and Drake, well, we didn't know at the point in time that he hit Kendrick up and asked him to do a feature. That's the part that really, I think people get
a lot of behind the scenes that we're not privy to. A lot.
I didn't know that.
I think these guys are more friends in private than we are led to believe. But go ahead.
That did happen.
So a lot of people misconstrue that and don't understand that first person shooter mode was supposed to be all three of them on the track. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, God, I would have loved to see how that sounded. But go ahead. I would have.
Okay, hold on. Let me make sure I'm understanding this before I let Rhymes take over. You're saying that the track originally supposed to have who in it?
All three of the goats.
Oh.
All three of the goats.
Yes.
And Kendrick pulled out?
Kendrick turned it down.
Yeah, he never agreed. It's supposed to be and asked to be on it. It's two different things. I don't think he was asked to be on it. I don't think he was supposed to have been on it.
Well, yeah, he was definitely asked to be on it, yes.
And he turned it down.
Yes.
He didn't respond.
He did. I didn't. Well, I'm not gonna say he like I'm not gonna be on it, but
he never responded.
And that's what it was. So they end up just putting the song out anyway. And then, and we know the history after that. What dropped after that?
Okay.
Like that.
Interesting.
Yeah.
All right, Rhymes, what you got?
So just to say this, first off, Drake was the number one rapper in the world, numbers wise, bar none.
No question.
The only person that surpassed him this year, well, two. It was Kendrick surpassed him this year, just off of numbers wise, and M did, just because they both dropped albums. And then obviously everything with the beef. But consistently, if M or Kendrick ain't dropping, Drake is going to be the number one rapper, period. He's the only one that's going to get consistent spins just time and time after again. You know what I'm saying? As far as the ghostwriting stuff, I think somebody mentioned, I don't remember who was doing it. Ain't no alleged. The nigga got ghostwriters. That was there.
And it's a bunch of reference tracks. I don't know if you heard. Have you ever heard the reference tracks?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
Course.
And I'm not coming at Drake like, I want to be objective to art though, because as an artist, I also understand the collaborative art, but it's a difference from a collaborative art and someone having a whole song already wrote and done. And then you come back. I mean, of course. Now, don't give me another thing too. I want you to understand about Drake that I can't take from him. He has like his vocals. He has probably the best vocally. He's probably one of the best vocaling artists ever. Like his vocals are masterful.
Yeah.
You can't compare his vocals. He can take Lil Yachty song. What's the song called? I'm sorry, y'all.
Mm.
It'll come back to me in a
Okay.
second, but it's definitely a reference to that too. Jumbotron music. My fault.
Okay.
Jumbotron music. Lil Yachty on there. I mean, it's gonna sound fine, but Drake on there is a smash because his,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, his vocals is, you know what I'm saying, and like I said, and that's things we can't take from him. You know what I'm saying, and you know what I'm saying, don't get me wrong, but when you trying to merge hip hop and mainstream rap, you have to know what I'm saying, like. For the love of God, we have to keep that hip hop, the real MC and stuff. We have to keep that stuff alive. You know what I'm saying? And it's the interview I shared on my page not too long ago, talking about Jada Kids. They giving Drake all the love, probably said, but as an artist coming up from we came up, you know what I'm saying?
That Kiss or Styles? Or was it all of them?
Huh?
I watched it too. I watched it when you put it up there. Was it Kiss or was it Styles?
It was Ghost. That's who it was. It was Ghost, obviously, because the nigga just went Ghost. So
no pun intended.
Hey, see, that's what happens with MCs. We got wordplay like crazy. But yo, look, right? So just to throw this out there, when he was talking about how Drake is digestible, right? I remember Mos Def was talking about him, and he said, "Yo, Drake makes target music, if that makes sense." And he's saying that he's not trying to say it disrespectful, but it's music that everybody can listen to. So it's not, you know what I mean? Like, yo, only some shit that you're going to get when you're in the hood and you just bumping or whatever. You know, it's going to be, you know, this everybody can listen to it. It's safe. It's safe music to play around. And I think that's a big thing. And that's what makes him so digestible the way Black Market was talking about. Black Market, you good? Okay. Derek, what do you got to say about that?
My fault, y'all. I momentarily lost contact, man.
Nah, it's all good. It's all good. I kind of just piggybacked off you were talking about how he was like Drake was digestible, and then I brought up the whole comment that Mos Def mentioned about him being able to be played in Target and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like I said, did I miss anything? My fault. I popped out for a second.
Yeah. He was just asking me what I feel about everything that was said. And I feel like you have this guy here that's at the top of he's at the pinnacle, right, of the rap game. Everyone loves him. Everyone's bumping his music. Anybody who does a feature with him got a hit. A lot of these guys, that's how they got there at the top of the charts. It's because Drake is on it. If Drake wasn't on the song, nobody would be bumping the shit. The fucking diss track that he's blowing up off wouldn't be as hot if he wasn't dissing Drake. So let's cut the bullshit. Take the biggest knife out the drawer and cut the bullshit out. A lot of people is coming at Drake because of who he is, right? And I wonder, where did it switch? That's for me. Like, okay, I see the allegations as far as the ghostwriter, but people've known this for years now. How long has that been public? Years? 3-4 years? People still love him.
I'm sorry.
He still's been international.
Yeah. So I'm not trying to cut you off for nothing, but ever since he beefed with Meek Mill's the one that exposed him. Nobody ever came at him for a ghostwriter until he beefed with somebody. See what we getting at?
Still lost.
Exactly. But listen to this. Now check this out.
Right?
You right, but check this out, right? Now you saying the reason his diss track is so big is because it's a diss track on Drake, correct?
I do, yes. Okay. I think it would still be a hot record. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying it would be booty cheese, but it would definitely not be what it is.
Yes,
but Meek Mill put a diss out on Drake. Pusha T put a song out on Drake. Why are those songs not like us?
All right, please allow me to respond.
Can I hit it first?
All right, go ahead.
The reason why Kendrick Lamar is not like us, and the latest barrage and Drake hits harder than those do. Push is more respected by, like you mentioned earlier, the true hip hop heads.
Correct.
He doesn't have the machine behind him, quote unquote, fueling his tracks. Story of Adidon was bottom of the barrel, dirty, gritty lyricism that tore him apart. It wasn't the machine flipping it. It wasn't suppression of tracks. It was all push. Meek Mill, same breath. Only difference with Meek Mill is, like you said, Meek Mill exposed Drake. Meek Mill also exposed himself because Meek Mill wanted Quentin Miller to do some work with him, and Quentin Miller refused it.
That's facts.
Okay.
The
my bad guy.
the punches that the quote unquote punches that Pusha T and Meek Mill throw at Drake, they hurt his soul, but they don't hurt him on a grand stage as like a Kendrick Lamar. One, because Kendrick Lamar is through many subsidiaries under the same music house as Drake is. What is it? Universal Music Group, UMG. And Kendrick is a bigger act. Like, if you're gonna take a shot at the king, you better not miss, but you also better send your best at it.
Okay. So this is what I got to say with that. I slightly disagree. The reason why I disagree is this: when Meek Mill went at him, he dropped a bomb. That bomb was extremely fucking powerful. The biggest thing was what? The headline. Because you literally can have headlines out of this. Drake has ghostwriters, right?
That was the fuel that started the fire.
Exactly. But guess what? Pusha T went at him. Guess what? You have another fucking headline. You are hiding a child.
It's two.
You know what I'm saying? Kendrick went at him. What's really the headline? Kendrick unites West Coast.
I got him, Larry.
Well. I mean, that's just my thing. You know what I'm saying?
I get you.
Because there isn't like a real headline about this. Drake is not the better lyricist. Whenever we talk about, going at fucking Kendrick. And Kendrick was always, when we talked about the top three, right? The best lyricists were considered either Cole or Kendrick. It was never Drake. Drake was never in that conversation. But he was always in the conversation
if he was never exposed for being a ghostwriter.
If you look at them as the big three, Drake would be three.
Ghostwriter.
That's how I always looked at
it. Okay. But my main point
you never let the ghostwriting allegations steer you anyway.
Who, me?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, no. Look, I'm telling you straight up. So first off, like, you know me, like, I'm an MC, right?
Right.
So, like, don't get it twisted. I respect his artistry. Yes. I 100% respect Drake. I respect all three of their artistry, right?
Right.
I'm a fan, but like I know we told this story with the whole when Mickey Fax was on here. When I was like, yo, look, I was riding around Brooklyn one day and I was listening to Hot 97 and Funk Flex was on the radio. And he kept saying, you can't claim king if you have ghostwriters. You can't claim the number one spot if you have ghostwriters.
Can't.
And I 100% agree with that because I'm going to lose a specific level of respect. If you find out Lil Wayne didn't write your favorite song that he did, you know what I mean? Like,
I ain't even gonna
you're going to lose feeling for that. Same thing with Gucci or whatever your favorite artist is, you know what I'm saying? You're going to fucking lose feeling for that. And that's the way I am with it.
Can I say something?
Yeah, my bad. Yeah.
And I ain't gonna lie, like, cause look, it make it seem like I'm a Drake hater, man. I'm really not, man. I'm really not a Drake hater. I'm not a Drake hater.
In the same breath that you say that, it makes it seem like I put Drake at the top, and I don't. I like Rhymes just said, I respect Drake for what he is, an entertainer. And he's one of the best to do it. Now,
yes.
we
can all agree on that, right?
Yeah. If we're gonna sway if we're gonna sway and jump planes, if we're gonna talk lyricism, Drake doesn't stand in these same rooms when it comes to lyricism. That totally different ball game.
Okay.
What you got, Third?
Oh, so much. Where do I want to dive in? All right. First, let's start with the lyricism. Can he write?
Yes.
Can he write?
Yes.
So if someone can write, all right, let's take Eminem, right? We're going to get into this later. We know the greatness of Eminem, right? We know what Eminem can do. We know what Eminem can write.
Yeah.
Let's just say we found out that somebody wrote Stan, and he did. Does that take away from everything else he wrote?
I ain't gonna say it take away from everything he wrote, but if I'm one of his fans and that's my favorite song, it's gonna make me feel some type of way. And like I said, and before I got to the other part, that's how I felt when I heard the reference track from Vori for Mob Ties. Like I said, I'm not a Drake hater, bro, and I was riding with him when he dropped Mob Ties. Man, that was probably one of my favorite songs. My favorite bar, Louis bag in exchange for body bags, and that's Vori's whole line.
Okay.
That really changed my outfit on where
it
looked, man.
I dig it. I understand you would look at it kind of sideways, right? One of my favorite songs is Stan. Damn, I thought he wrote it. He didn't. But if you sit back and look at his whole catalog, do you think Stan is his most lyrical record ever? Rhymes? Answer that.
Probably not.
No, not at all.
Answer that.
No.
Not at all.
L, what you think?
He said no.
Okay. No.
Black Market, what you think?
No.
Okay. So if you know this guy can put out hits and it's lyrical, and he put out hit after hit after hit, lyrical hits, right? You know he can do it. So what does it matter that if you have a ghostwriter or allegations of a ghostwriter, if you know the guy can do it? That's my only pushback. If you know he can do it. Mm-hmm. Now, if you don't know he can do it, if all of his work is in question, okay.
Well, I'm about to.
He puts out. It's like, he didn't write that. I would give you your argument, but
okay. Well, I'm about to try to clear it up just a second for you. Okay. Let's say you in competition with each other, right? I'm a rapper, you a rapper, right?
Right.
You got to understand some of his best qualities has to be questioned now, because what's his best quality? He puts out more music than anybody, correct? That's one of his biggest qualities, right? Mm-hmm. But he's cheating the game because he's not writing half of this material. Mm. So if I'm Kendrick Lamar, who I'm writing my own material, I put out 5 albums in however many years, regardless of what people can be like, well, you don't put out enough music. Okay, but he's against somebody who has writers or who can do music on music. So he keeps putting on album on album. His biggest assets are because of having the most hits, the most music, the most stuff. But if you're not the person, right, how do you take responsibility for so much of this stuff, but you're not doing all of the work?
See, I love that. Oh, I'm gonna go to you, L. I'm gonna go to you, L, real quick. I love that he just said that.
That's why my eyes is off.
All right, nah, I got you. So, like, what it is using performance enhancing drugs. Let's just be real here, right?
Basically.
So think about this. How you brought up Stan, right?
Mm-hmm.
Stan is probably top 2 or 3 Eminem's most impactful songs. We talking about the whole fucking world damn near loves this song. And we was all alive for it. We all knew like the impact that it had. That shit was everywhere. Right?
So alive for it twice because it was a sample.
Yeah, exactly. Died out, right? Yeah. So the thing is to have something that's so impactful that fucking captured the world. You know what I mean? And everyone relates it to one person specifically. Yeah, okay, overseas maybe a little bit more Dido than M, but for the most part, M, right? And you find out that he didn't write none of that. He just fucking performed it. No, bro, like people are gonna feel a type of way about that song and about him.
I'm not arguing that people not want to feel a type of way. My specific question to you, Rhymes, is if you found out Stan was not written by him, does that take him from the #1 lyricist, which I know you have, him in your book? Does that knock him off the #1 spot? That's the question.
He can't be the best.
If you have ghostwriters at any point in time, to me, it waters down what you've done. Because
so you take them off your list.
I take them off my list, regardless if it's him or whoever.
Whoever.
And then plus, what it does is also bring everything else into question. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Okay, cool. What else do I think that he wrote that's ill, but someone else did, and was maybe to put this scheme together that was so fucking impressive, but it wasn't him. You know what I mean?
And you understand the way things go. You can pay somebody for their track to rent out, and he never has to say that he wrote this. He never had to say he touched this,
Yeah.
and it's gonna be all mine, and you will never know about it.
So, L, I want to get your opinion because obviously, all three of us are artists. So, you as a fan from the outside looking in, with everything that we just said, how does that make you feel, or what do you think about that?
A lot of different feelings go into it because my standpoint, and to speak to what George was saying, I answers to a way higher power. Like you playing with house money when you playing with Drake, and I don't think he's in control like we think he is. I think that the label needs production out of him because he's keeping the lights on for everybody. So he may not be able to pump out the content performance enhancing without the label getting involved wanting more. You get what I'm saying? Like Drake may only want to drop every other year, every 2 years, kind of to the same beat of what a Kendrick may do, but
the label makes him do it.
The label, yes, we need a hit.
We need
and
this many before this amount. Yeah, that's how they do them though, for real.
If you're not in a place to make that happen, we're gonna bring in some people to keep this going. So how I feel about it is that's why I separate Drake from what I consider the real lyricist, because it's graded on a different scale. If just on an like rap is no longer belongs to us anymore. It's very commercial, and a lot of money and a lot of resources, and those people aren't going to lose. So get honesty out of it. You're not going to get integrity. Like we look at our favorite lyricists or whatever because that's what they're writing. And I go along with what Third say too. I don't bump Drake off of his whatever Mount Rushmore he'll be on when it's all said and done because he had ghostwriters. But when it comes to what him on, are we grading him on his lyricism, or we grading on him on being an entertainer? Rap is the only genre where your words and what you put out there, especially from a lyricism standpoint, are key. But has way more influence than we do now. When I say us, we, meaning the lyricism part of it. You get what I'm saying? So our voices are important to maintain the fabric of real hip hop, but sad to say, this isn't ours like it used to be. Can we agree to that? And
yeah, definitely.
And coming from a fan standpoint, like the Mickey Facts episode, I heard that revelation a long time ago. How many people actually are getting help out here? And that's why I made the argument to George. My bad. I swear to God, I didn't mean to say your government name. My bad.
Oh, you good, bro? You good? It's fine.
But that's why I was arguing with Prince on Facebook about it's real disingenuous to throw around ghostwriting allegations, even though we heard them because you weren't there. So to what extent does he get help? We've also heard that Drake has put his pen to other people's work.
Talk to him.
Sure.
So ghostwriting, I just when I exit out altogether when it comes to talking entertainment, because I think it's like baseball and steroids. Best era, but all the best hitters, you know what I'm saying? You got one lonely nigga in King Griffey who was the only one that wasn't doing it, but the rest of them niggas is knocking them out the park, and they on the juice. So
Not
being,
Derek Jeter. Sorry, I got to rep my Yankees. Hold up. Not Derek Jeter. But
I don't think,
God.
did Derek Jeter come up in the steroid era? Was he there?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay,
Nah,
all right.
100%.
Yeah.
They
Yeah,
always
his
do
game,
it, bro.
his game was a little different though. But like I said, as a fan, I just go for entertainment first, and then if you want to talk who are the illest when it comes to spitting it, then we'll have a different conversation.
Hey, and just to say, like, y'all, I respect that. And now, just because when I talk about, I just want to make sure this is clear. When I talk about, like, you know what I'm saying, my top list, like, I remove him from, like, my top rappers list as far as like, lyricists and everything,
Yeah.
right? But it doesn't mean, like, he's removed from, like, my entertainer list or, like, the artistry list. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to make sure that part is clear.
Yeah, because because when I was going back and forth with Prince on Facebook, he started to go a lot into the content of Drake's music and it not necessarily being good for the community. And I made the argument, well, 80% of it's not. You have to. I was being nice. But you have to be able to separate, you know what I'm saying, what's entertainment and what's you know what I'm saying, what's real. That's why I go off entertainment first. Like the music that Kendrick does, it is more soulful and on the surface would probably be better for the community, some of the stuff he put out there. But I remember me and Third talking one time, that shit ain't entertaining all the time. It's hard to come with that God body, third eye open.
Shit trash, bro. You been too
and
nice.
do it. Hey, imagine doing it and still and have people dancing too.
I mean, yeah.
On,
I mean,
it's
only a handful of people that can do it.
But that's what I'm saying though. But Drake gets a pass. Why though? Why does Drake get a pass? Because he uses the culture. This is my only problem with Drake. Because he uses the culture for all the glamour, the gold, the jewelry, the hoes, the clothes.
They all do.
But when we had, I'm just saying. But he has, like I said, he's the biggest artist. He has the biggest influence. When you have influence like that, and you're supposed to be a part of the culture, but he's more of a fan of a culture. One of the reasons I'm saying this, like I said, because you never spoke on no issues. You never speak on any issues in the community, not one. When you have that type of influence over people,
it's not allowed to.
You're not allowed. Exactly, he's not allowed to. But I ain't gonna say he's not allowed to, because thing is, you have a choice. You still have a choice. You can say you're not allowed to. You are allowed to, but you just have to take the backlash that comes with it.
That's facts, and a lot of them is not gonna do that. So that's actually I'm loving where this conversation is going, because now we really scratching on what's going on. Black Market the Prince, that was a perfect leeway into what I was about to say. When Rhymez, when you spoke earlier, you talked about the diss records that didn't have the mass appeal, like what is it? Just Like Us? Is that the name of it? Just Like Us with
Not Like Us.
Not Like Us, whatever the trash is. The reason why it's because, like L said before, it's the machine. It's clearly targeting Dre right now. The machine that's backing hip hop clearly wants it out for him for some reason. That's where you got all the people who was going with Drake now are turning on him, because you got such a mass push from the labels, from the entertainment to blacklist this guy. They really trying to get rid of him.
Hey,
go ahead.
I'm not gonna say get rid of him. I believe they're trying to drive his value down.
Okay. Well, only thing I have to say about that is this: we know Drake, and we know that he's very meticulous. He disses people, numerous people, women. So he does things to people all the time. He's not innocent in no means.
No,
I
never claimed he was.
Okay. He's not innocent in no means, no way. It's deserved.
Is he a grimy dude? From what I've heard, yes. As far as like
It's
the business
deserved.
stuff, everything behind, like he'll backstab you. I mean, it's business at the end of the day.
They make y'all make it seem like people are coming at Drake for no reason. He's well deserved.
No.
He does
I'm
things to
saying,
people. He disses people. He takes women's wives on dates. He sends his wives inboxes and hearts and buys bottles of liquor.
I'm not arguing any of that. All that could be true. What I am saying is that all this been true, bro.
And you know,
the
hold
reason
on.
that it's now becoming out to light is because the system, the machine, is presenting it in such a way to make you feel that way. This is the thing. This is nothing new about Drake. This is nothing new about people.
And I got one more other thing to say.
Go ahead.
That people are getting swept under the rug also. He made an enemy with the NFL because they asked him to do the Super Bowl 3 times and he turned it down. And then he made a song and said he's big as the Super Bowl. If you was the NFL, this dude been dissing you for 5 months. What is the biggest way to get back at him?
Sure, they never asked him.
Book Kendrick Lamar and make that diss song in the middle of the Super Bowl. Now, who's bigger than the Super Bowl now?
Oof. The 3 times that he turned it down, he turned down being a guest to come up on somebody else's headline. He hasn't been offered the headline yet.
He haven't been offered the headline?
No.
He hasn't? Well, if y'all find out, I thought he was offered the headline. That's from my understanding. And if he wasn't, I'm sorry for misunderstanding. But if y'all can find out the information and make sure it's 100%, I heard that he was offered the headline multiple occasions and he turned it down.
I think 3 times that it was presented to him, it was to come up and be a guest with somebody else. And one of those was supposed to have been Rihanna some time ago, but that would have been ugly considering, you know,
They tried to lowball him pretty much with the offer. He's a headliner. He's the #1 artist in the world, arguably, especially with rap. He's damn near in pop. He's international, and you offer him not a headline. Come on, man. That's disrespectful. That's like saying Jay-Z, hey, you come out here with Ja Rule or something, you know? But the machine.
Well, like I said, I don't know for sure. I didn't hear that yet. So if that, like I said, if that's come to be a fact, then everything you're saying is valid. But if he was offered the main and he turned it down, that's a different story to have.
Got you. The thing is, guys, Drizzy has never claimed, unless I'm tripping, he never claimed to be the top lyricist. He's only claimed to be the top performer, the top artist. Am I missing something? Have he ever claimed to have the top pen?
There was one point where he was claiming the top rapper. I can't say he ever said the top lyricist. You know what I mean? Because we all know how that goes.
So can you? All right, let's say rapper. That's what he said. Rapper. Is he not?
Continue.
I'm just asking a question. Who is hotter?
By the numbers sake.
Not right now, but then Drake was. Then Drake is. You can't name nobody. Kendrick.
Like I said.
So that lets you know. Just
like I said, I made my argument on this.
Collective.
I made my argument on that earlier today. So I mean, hey, like I said.
Like you said, it's always gonna be a split.
It's gonna be a questionable thing, knowing that he don't write all of his music, and his like I said, his greatest assets is I put out more music than anybody. I have more #1s than everybody. I have more music out than everybody. All these numbers and all these gaudy things. That's what he leans his brand on. Right. But it's all tainted if he never wrote every single one of them. That's like I got 10 people in this room with me, and I'm telling you I'm the greatest, but they helping me with my stuff. I can't claim.
What's your favorite? I'm gonna lean into this. What's your favorite show right now on TV?
Favorite show?
What's your favorite show?
I don't.
You don't watch TV?
I watch anime.
Anime. What's your favorite anime?
Dragon Ball Dama right now.
Do you know who wrote that?
Akira Toriyama.
Okay. Do you think he don't have a team of people?
Hip hop and anime is not the same.
It's not the same. Okay. All right. Let's go with L. All right. Who's your favorite beat maker?
I'm glad you went here, but 'cause I got some opinions about.
I mean, I don't know. I got a lot of favorite beat makers. I don't know. I can't even name. I can't tell you my
Let's
favorite.
name the guy who made the beat of the song that y'all like so much. Not like us. Who wrote that?
I mean,
Who did that?
That's Mustard.
Are you
That's
asking me
Mustard, right?
who my
Mustard
favorite
on the
is? Or
track.
you asking me who's the
No, let's stick
premier
with
beat
this
maker?
because he said DJ Mustard, right? Do you think DJ Mustard don't got a team of people?
Do I
Do
think?
you think DJ Mustard is a top beat maker?
Yes.
He's at the top, correct?
Yeah.
What if I was to tell you that he don't come up with all those beats? That he got a team of people who send him samples, who chop up drums, and send him stuff, and he's like the executive beat maker who puts it all together. Would that change your mind on how good of a beat maker he is?
Because of musical content, as in instruments and beats, is different than lyrics. Because lyrics are supposed to come from within. When you rap your songs, these are your feelings spewing out on the track.
So, if I listen to a Master Rhymes track, and I like the way his stuff is structured, I like the way that his song goes beat for beat, his bar for bar, and I take his song and I make my version of his song, is that not art? Is that not skill?
But it's not you.
But it's still
it's not you.
Still.
It's not you.
It's skill, right? It's art,
but
right?
I'm just saying that's not you though. That's not you. It's not you. Because it's not you.
I take his lyrics bar from bar, which I'm not doing.
Have you heard the reference tracks? Cuz
is there word for word?
Have you heard the reference tracks?
I haven't. So tell me, is there word for word?
You need to go listen to the reference tracks. You need to go listen to the reference tracks. Go listen to the reference tracks. The hottest bars are somebody else's bars.
Word for word.
Word for word. Louis bags in exchange for body bags.
Can you second
every single word, the mannerism, the way he said it, everything?
I highly doubt it.
Go check it out.
Somebody second
it speaks for itself, bro. I ain't gotta tell you. Go look at it. Go to YouTube and type in Vori Mob Ties.
I've heard this.
Yeah, I've heard it before too.
And
like I said, and I still think y'all having the same kind of straw man argument because nobody, I had to clear it up with Third. Nobody here is saying Drake is the top lyricist. I think we've all agreed that he's the top entertainer. But if you're going to keep bringing up his lyricism in reference to his entertainment value, that's the problem I was having with you on Facebook because you weren't answering the questions I was going to. I never said Drake was. He talks big boy shit as if I'm the man in this shit, but he himself has, in so many words, admitted to not having the respect of the boom bap community or the real spitters, quote unquote. He tried to enter the realm of, or I don't know if he was trying to enter it, but he had a hand in battle rap once upon a time, trying to, earn respect over in that realm. In a sense, I don't know if he was sponsoring the battles or if he was gonna battle somebody.
Yeah, he's gonna battle rap murder.
Yeah, if we're just gonna continue to equate his entertainment value to his lyricism content, you're gonna go in circles. Lyricism wise, he's not that guy.
This is that's y'all. That's you and Rhymes saying that he's not lyrical. He's more hip hop. I'm telling you, he's lyrical. I've seen.
I'm not saying that he doesn't have lyrical skill. I'm just saying he doesn't. When it comes, if you're gonna just judge him solely off lyrics, he doesn't scratch the surface. He's not in the tops.
I disagree. That's what I'm saying. I disagree. Now I might not say he's number 1 or 2, unless you're talking about these three. Okay, I would say that I would give him at 3.
Damn, niggas, quit
But these are some elite guys you talking about. You talking about Kendrick Lamar. You talking about J. Cole and Drake. But if we're talking about lyricists, period, like out of all of them, those three don't even make the top 5. So I mean, what are we saying? Are you saying he's lyrical or not? Like, why are we tiptoeing around? Is he lyrical or not?
Yes, he is lyrical. Yes, yeah, but what Prince will say, and he'll when we start mentioning Drake's accolades, he'll bring in, well, did he write that?
and then that's why I say, well, like I said, a lot of people, like, let's take it back to Mickey Facts. A lot of them is doing it, bro. They just don't. I think they all do it. To be honest,
you just don't know to what extent.
All of them got people that send them shit that they look at and they rearrange it. They write it the way they want to write it, and they put it out. It's remix.
Oh no, I can't hear y'all right now. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we get. I get it.
Everything is a remix. Everybody's doing it. I look at it like if Rhymes send me over, not saying he ever have, but if he sent me over 16 and say, this is where I'm going, this is my track, this is my verse, I'm going to look at it. And it's going to influence me to write my shit. I might take some shit that he did, his whole scheme, and make my scheme based off of it. Now, you could say that's not ghostwriting, but goddamn, it's close. I'm taking my style based off of what he did. I'm changing words around, but I'm keeping his flow. We got mad people who rap like people years before years like people who rap like others, you know what I'm saying? We got current artists who may rap like Beanie Siegel back in the 90s, or we got somebody now that's up and coming to rap like a Jay-Z. So you might not say that, hey, he's like ghostwriting, but damn, he ripped his whole style. Where does that count? Everything is a remix. Matter of fact, y'all can go on YouTube and type in a video called Everything is a Remix, and it'll really show you niggas how much everything is a remix. As far as beat production, samples, lyrics, songs, everything's a remix. So do I discount? Most people discount Drake for what he do. I look at it as another skill. Yes, somebody sent me some shit. Now, if he, Black Mark, if he took the lyrics verbatim and spit them like that, then yeah, I can't rock with that. And if that's the case, then I take back everything that I'm saying. But if
he has to throw this out there, not to cut you off, he has like 100%. This is a fact.
Corrected. I thought he took reference tracks, and that's what a reference is, right? I'm looking at it and I'm getting ideas, and I'm gonna twist it around and make it my own. I didn't know he was copying shit verbatim.
When did he do that, Ryan?
The joint with Quentin Miller.
The joint with Quentin Miller, if you listen to it, it's changed.
What was changed about it?
I don't have the original cut that Quentin Miller put out, but the Quentin Miller rap version of it, Drake went and changed and scratched this off and did this. That's what I wasn't there, but that's what led to believe.
All right, well, hear me out. I didn't hear the whole fucking thing, but I did hear like at least 1 minute of the exact fucking same song.
Yeah, it was. We might have heard the same thing. It was like
1 minute of the same song.
What mixed?
It was
Quentin Miller rapping it.
And bar for bar.
Yeah, I didn't hear that.
I can't vouch for that. So
the only reason I can say it is because I heard this. At least I'm not saying the whole song. Maybe he saw a part that I didn't. But
right here on Pen Game, third stands corrected. Because if that's the case, then I can't rock with that either with Drake. But as far as I know, I never dive deep into it because once again, I'm a fanboy. I'm only going to look at it at the surface level. So if that's the case, which I will have to go.
I'm having technical difficulties like a mug.
If that's the case, then I stand corrected, and now his pen is in question for real. And now when we talk about lyricists, okay, I'm with y'all on. Now I'm with you. Okay,
but see, that's what I'm saying. Like.
That still doesn't change the fact that he's still the biggest artist out here. And there is a collaborative effort to see this guy fall. If you don't see that, then you're not looking hard enough.
Yeah, it's right. You're right, though. I say that. I agree with that.
We can't hear you, Ron.
Y'all can't hear me?
I hear you, Black Mark. We can't hear you, Ron.
Okay.
My bad. I was muted.
Alright,
No, I think everybody literally agrees with what you just said.
Okay.
With what you just said.
Okay.
Everyone agrees with that here. And y'all can correct me if I'm wrong, but no, he's a dope ass fucking artist. Because guess what? Regardless of reference tracks or whatever, he still fucking delivers. His talent still shows. You know what I mean? But the whole thing was, my only gripe with him was, okay, cool. Now that your pen is in fucking question, so that makes me question your pen game. What else?
But this is where I want to put a magnifying glass to, because this is where it's key for me, at least. And Black Market and L, if you want to chime in, you can. If he takes something and makes something because of the reference, that's a different argument. If he's taking something and laying it out exactly as we received it, I'm with you. But as far as I knew, he never done that. So that's why I've been arguing this. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
If you give me a track and I'm looking at it and I say, okay, cool, but I'm gonna change this. I want this to hit like this. You're a producer now. You are a producer. That's what production is. When you take a fucking whatever it is and you say, no, I want this raised, I want this lowered, I want this to come in, I want them hi-hats over here, I want this reverb over here. That's all. Hey, I'm taking all this individual stuff and I'm creating something new. It ain't no difference. And I'm a writer. If I see something as a reference track and I'm looking at it and I'm like, okay, I see where this is going, but I'd rather do it this way. I'm gonna make this scheme this way. I'm gonna rap these bars like this. And now I've took that and made something completely different. If that's what he's doing, I'm not with you. But if he's taking a track and it's green eggs and ham is green, and he's spitting it just like that, and the flow is the same, the beat is the same, everything is the same as he received it. Now I can't rock with it. You feel me?
Look,
that's the only distinction that I want to make.
But we all know what plagiarism is. Now don't get it twisted, bro. We know what plagiarism is. We know if you was in high school and somebody wrote a story and they sent you a story and you ain't changed but 5 words, bro, you still going down, bro. Good plan.
Actually, if you change enough of it, you're not. That's how you get by. You got to copy the shit verbatim to get hit with it, pretty much. That's how niggas was getting by in school. They would read a story and say, okay, the green eggs, I don't know why I keep wanting to talk about green eggs and ham, Dr. Seuss, but
hey, that shit was good as hell when they made it in the elementary school.
Yeah, but that's what it is. Plagiarism is copying something verbatim and putting it out as your own. And that's only if you don't give the person credit. If you paid this person for it, it's now yours.
But you gonna say but if I'm gonna say I'm the best writer, there is no way I'm going to get another person's page and change 5 things and say I'm the best now. Get out of here, bro.
So look, let me give you this. Swag surfing, right?
Get out of here, bro.
Lil Wayne, the Carter.
That's his song now. No Ceilings.
All right. When he takes everybody's track, everybody's instrumental, and he raps it his way, and he kills them.
It becomes a whole nother song.
That's my point.
Yeah.
But it's not words. That's just beat.
That's why I say only if it's copied verbatim. I stand correct. If that's the point, I can't argue that. But if it's not,
if it's 16 bars and he changed 5, 6 bars, bro, it's still.
I doubt that, man.
Come on, bro.
What's going on?
Bro, hey. I can't keep arguing with you if you ain't did the research, man.
Hey, how about this? What's the name of the song that the big one, the one that got threw up? What was it? Was it 10 bands, 100 bands, or whatever?
We can do Mob Ties Void. That's the biggest one to me.
So like that was verbatim.
The biggest joint was off the If You're Reading This Is Too Late. I think it was 2 of them. It was 10 bands and the Energy. I believe both of those were alleged reference tracks.
Okay.
Let me hear the reference.
You looking that up?
I got it right here. I got Mob Ties Void reference track right here.
All right, hold up, L. What were you gonna say, L?
I wanted to ask you a question because we jumped off that earlier, and I just wanted to get everybody's perspective on the content of the song. because it is a hot song, regardless whether it was a diss track or not. Not Like Us.
Mm-hmm. What I say? Just like that.
I'm just laughing because it's third. That's all.
Not Like Us. If you really investigate the lyrics that were spit on Not Like Us,
That's
I'm
probably
going
the least lyrics track that he ever wrote.
oh no, no. He put it together masterfully. I'm not going to argue.
Yeah,
that.
yeah, of course.
What I am going to argue is the content, the context of it. You know, just it's a lot to pull out of it, but I'm going to pull out the most noticeable example where he said that you run to Atlanta when you need a couple dollars. You're not a colleague, you're a colonizer. Who in rap, as of in the last 5 to 10 years, if you can go longer, hasn't gone to Atlanta and collaborated with them?
I'll wait.
But okay, but you proving another fact though. So did Atlanta need Drake, or did Drake need Atlanta though?
You took the words out of my mouth. Is it Drake robbing the culture, or is it a mutual beneficial on both ends? Because say what you want to say, I'm not the biggest 21 fan, but him messing with Drake upped his stock.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Drake messing with 21 got him connected with a younger audience. We forget that Drake is damn near 40.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but you got to understand though, it's when it comes to music, it's some things that are so street that never see the industry, like a Future context in Atlanta right now to this day, and you can say Drake is so big, Future is the biggest artist in Atlanta. To them, he is better than Drake.
They said some of the same thing. They said Future is better than Jay-Z. I've heard it. Yeah. And as far as Atlanta goes.
But you have I be back and forth to the A. I do shows down there. I was there. Yeah. I was down there when he dropped I never liked you. When he dropped that album, when Future dropped there, the city was crazy. I'm talking about we was sitting in our car 4:00 in the morning in front of Boo Man studios. Every people in their car got the music turned up outside 4:00 in the morning, listening to the songs, bro.
Let me ask your opinion, because we still never got the question really answered. Did Drake rob the culture when he collaborated with Future, or was it a mutual beneficial and we got great music out of it?
It was a mutual benefiting thing though. But the thing about Drake, he's smart enough. He's lyrically, he sees things, he sees trends ahead of time. He can, and he know he has the ability to take a song to another wave, but he's smart enough to know a hit song when he see one. It's been, and you can go look this up also. It's been times. Matter of fact, I can probably name. I'm gonna name you at least 2 instances. Well, maybe 3. Dang, I didn't mean that pop up. One, he went and got he asked I Love McConan to be on Tuesday. That's one. He asked to be on the Migos Versace remix. So that tells you what?
It looked like you got one. Can I get on there?
Yeah.
But I don't look at that as Kendrick said he's robbing the culture. I don't look at it that way. I look at that as collaborative.
But I don't think Kendrick meant it as in robbing. Well, yeah, he did mean it in that way. But I'm not gonna say that. I'm gonna put it this way. It's not about one culture. It's the fact that Drake pees on multiple cultures. Not just hip hop. You can go Latino.
Yeah, with the dance,
Jamaican.
But let me ask you this, and this is a different genre. It's a different genre, but she gets pushed to the top of the mountain for doing it, but Drake gets stepped on. Beyonce does the same thing, and that's Queen. She can do no wrong. But Drake goes over and does House, and this nigga selling out.
You know what? Just to address that, one thing that I've always thought, just like us as artists in general, is that we're fucking artists at the end of the day, right? So there's, okay, you group us in genres, right? Like obviously us hip hop, you know what I mean? But then there's like, all right, cool, yo, I don't mind stepping out just a little bit because for Drake, maybe this, this Afro beat song over here, I feel something in that and I feel like I can add to it. I want to see, you know what I mean, how that works. Like sometimes it's not selling out. It's just, I want to do something a little different. And I feel like, I can add to this, as far as him going to, Atlanta, I think just like Black Market said, I think is mutual,
but I always wonder why he never did something in a Canadian. He never did a song for his own, where he's from.
But ain't that I Love McConan? Ain't he from Canada too?
The Weeknd is from Canada. Biggest artist.
Okay, yeah, Weeknd.
What's their native tongue?
It's still English, but I mean French and Creole is there as well.
Once you get up into Quebec and all that, they start talking some crazy shit. Yeah, but right there, as far as on the border, a lot of them speak English.
Yeah. Most of them is still English, and then I know French and Creole is there as well. And yo, if y'all know in the comments, please correct our uneducated asses. Let us know exactly what that is.
I'm just taking stabs at Not Like Us, not necessarily for not being a hot track, because it is a hot track, but the context in which Kendrick is accusing Drake of, I don't think is very substantiated. It's not.
Like but the only thing I'm gonna tell you like this: the thing about Not Like Us, it showed us one thing. You notice Kendrick Lamar, he never did quote unquote California music, correct? But he could always do that because what? That's where he's from.
Right.
He's from there.
Yeah.
So he can link a whole coast behind him because that's where he's from. He's really part of that culture. That's the motive behind him. So if you want to go against somebody, you got to get everybody in your spot behind you, right?
Yeah, yeah, okay.
Drake could not do it.
Well, Drake has made his bones building in every coast, and I think that's what hurt him so bad to see everybody turn on him like they did.
Yeah, what's going on, guys? Y'all missing the whole thing. I think L, you're closest to it than anybody. What y'all failing to realize is it's the system that's making you feel this way. Perception is reality. And whatever we put out for you to consume is how you're going to feel. Point blank. You may think these thoughts are yours, but the reason y'all feel about this song is because this is what they want you to feel about it. They're pushing it like hell. They're pushing the hell out of this song. They're going to let this shit go on in the Super Bowl.
And they pushed Drake the same way for years, bro.
Exactly.
So that's like your perception.
The system is what's allowing this stuff to happen. They got you guys fighting.
Drake was the system, but now the system working against them. Now it's a problem.
The system is the one raping the culture.
But now it's a problem. And that's true. Now that's true. I give you that. I give you that. I give you that. I give you that.
You had to look at the shit going on with the Diddler. All this shit is allowed to happen until you piss off the people who really run the shit. So quit the moral shit. Let's keep the shit all the way hot. The moral shit out the window. All these guys are slimy to some certain extent because they are where they are. Kendrick Lamar would not be where he at if he wasn't going at Drake, and he wouldn't be where he at if they didn't allow it to happen.
Hold on. We're not gonna do that though. We're not gonna do that. We ain't gonna act like bro ain't got they gonna 10 Grammys. Fucking every album went platinum before he did Drake. We're not gonna do that.
It's not on.
We're not gonna do that though. We're not gonna act like he's not gonna be.
I get what he's saying.
If he never did Drake, he was Kendrick Lamar before that.
It's the machine that controls.
Don't do that.
It ain't
Kendrick
that
Lamar was Kendrick Lamar before that.
Yeah, Kendrick, he was who he was before he got here.
He was Kendrick Lamar before he did Drake, bro. Let's not go.
But in taking Drake and taking Drake down in such fashion, it put him in a different stratosphere.
Exactly. You have to be allowed to hit this certain level. You can't get here unless they say, okay, And when I say this, I'm put my conspiracy hat on real quick. Now I'm about to school you niggas. There is a ceiling. You know this, black market. You know this. You win this. There's a ceiling that you hit, and you're not getting above this ceiling unless you know somebody or you allowed to. Point blank. I don't care who you is. Okay, Rhymes, you know what I'm saying? So, we don't own none of this shit. We don't own no record labels. We don't. We might own a few, but we ain't got no record executives. We don't own no radio stations. We don't control none of the shit that put this shit out to your earwaves. So to allow this shit to happen, people got to okay it in the back of the scenes. The big bosses, the motherfuckers who got the dick locked up right now. These motherfuckers who congregate and say,
well,
I'm not feeling this right here. Let's send all this hate right here so we can. It's people that's peddling this stuff.
Yeah. You correct. You're correct to a certain extent, but the thing about being in 2025 now is we have something now called the internet, and at this point in time, if you can get enough people to follow you, you have a voice.
That's facts. To a certain extent, but I got you.
You have a voice.
You have enough to sustain you to make money, but to still have the mass appeal, you still got to have a push. You still got to have a push because you still got to have people that's promoting you. You still got to have distribution. You still got to have things that you're not going to be able to do. But I'm with you. You can still make it. You can still definitely get bread. But to be at the celebrity status of a Drake, a Kendrick, you still got to have people saying, okay, you can't do it all by yourself. You still got a bunch of marketing. You still got to have distribution. You still got to have people doing the production. You still got to have.
But a lot of that stuff is smoke and mirrors, though, because a lot of these artists can have that and still not be popping. You can have all that stuff and still not be popping in real life.
Point. Because if they don't want you in there for whatever reason, you're not getting there. Not to the upper echelon. I'm not saying you can't make it. It's a lot of plenty underground. We was talking about this the other day, Ron. It's a lot of rappers that's nice that we never heard of. And that proves my point. Why you haven't heard of it? You still got the internet. You can still do the underground market. You can still find them. But why?
But it's artists right now that are not signing labels that are doing major label numbers right now.
Name them.
Russ for one.
Who?
Russ.
Yes.
Who?
Russ. He gets paid more money than these artists that they parade around that act like they are really popping. He does this.
We talking about two different things. I didn't say who couldn't make money. There's a difference. So y'all got to realize money and influence is two different things.
It's not a household name.
Yeah. You can make money. You can be profitable. But what the people that's really running they want is your popularity. They want your influence. You following me? So you can be rich as hell making music, but how influential are you? If I don't even know this cat you naming, that lets you know that this guy's not.
But that's subjective to what you want.
What do you mean?
If that's what you want,
that kind of bleeds into the other conversation when we talk M. Not trying to jump subject, but I'm just gonna tap it just a little bit.
Right.
I feel that, and a lot of people make this argument, but just stay with me. I come from it from a different perspective. Mm-hmm. I feel that M is one of us, but he's also one of them.
Right.
And when one of theirs shows any inkling of talent in a sport that we dominate,
they're gonna get behind them and push them to the top.
Yes. Like me and every other day, me and Rhymes go back and forth about Eminem debate or question on Facebook.
But does that make you better than does that make you better than another artist? No.
Like Eminem on some of his first joints got the likes of Dr. Dre doing his production. Who gets that on their first
artist signed with Dr. Dre? Artist signed with Dr. Dre.
But But if you know Eminem's path, like you just said, it's a lot of rappers, a lot of subsidiary record labels. Like somebody had to take Eminem to Drake, and I mean to say to Drake and get the stamp. You know what I'm saying? Like he had to deal with a lot of I don't mean no disrespect when I say it, but garage type production and street labels before he got to the money.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So what you saying that? Well, go ahead, Thur. Yeah, no, go ahead.
Because you ain't talked in a while. Let go ahead.
Well, pretty much what I was going to get at though is with him saying that is just more so of showing like, yo, him been through the struggle. You know what I'm saying? He got through the struggle of the same thing. Like, you know, I know you mentioned that nobody owns a label, but I know Third, you know that we're a label. Like Rhymes on Deck Entertainment is a label. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, obviously we're not big, yada yada yada, but we're a label. So M was on labels like this. You know what I mean? That, you know, ain't big at all. That really, you know what I'm saying? But we're moving, but we ain't moving like that. You know. Then he finally got his push because he was seen during the Rap Olympics, and you know somebody got his tape, gave it to Jimmy Iovine. Jimmy Iovine gave it to Dr. Dre, and then obviously the rest is history.
He was allowed to.
Yeah,
that's my point. This is you could be the nastiest.
Eminem was nasty
before you knew who Eminem
Drake was. Mob Ties and Cash Money.
Was. It's a lot of people out here that's nastier that you don't know. The only difference. I'm not saying you can't make money. But see, money.
A lot of people.
Hold on, Black Market, because I want to make sure that
go ahead.
This is clear. I'm not arguing the fact that you cannot make money without the system. What I'm telling you is you're not going to be popular to the extent of a Drake, Kendrick Lamar, J. Cole without the machine.
We can all agree to that.
The reason why I make that distinction is because the machine hustles off of our culture. So you can't put that on the artist. I mean, they just talking about what it is. These motherfuckers been doing it for years. The label's been ass raping people for the longest. The contracts, the record deals, the 360 deals. They've been pimping out the culture. So now when an artist say something or go down here and make a feature or whatever that's good business, people want to hit them with the whole moral shit where the whole structure is moralist. So let's keep it real. The whole shit is cutthroat. This is a cutthroat industry. Maybe the most cutthroat other than Hollywood. This shit is all satanic at the base. I mean, come on now. You know how many girls got ran through just so they can get on a song? Like, come on, don't talk morals. People
they do that at the warehouse job. If you don't get a dude at the warehouse no pussy, you ain't gonna get no raise.
You go in here, you see these women, these managers, these AR assistants and shit, and you look at them one time, you know, oh yeah, I know how you got here. Come on now.
We just seen that on not ESPN, but
Oh yeah. First things first. Joy Taylor. Yeah.
Come on, this is man. You can go to your local Walmart and look at upper management and the shit go down there. You don't think the shit go down at the highest level?
Yeah.
Take the moral shit out of it. Let's
keep
that shit all the way high.
All right.
They were allowed to come at Drake.
They
were allowed to.
Okay.
Who allowed it? The same people who run the same people who got the diddler in the situation. The same people that if Jay-Z don't
in court with right now.
If he don't send that payment that they want, all the shit, all of them got dirt on them. All of them. To get to that level, you got to, because they got to keep you in line. They got to keep you in line because if you go too crazy with elevating the culture, they got to get you out of there. Let's keep it hot. Let's keep it all the way high. We're going to keep it hot.
All right, so
hold on, I got you. This last point. And if you really trying to do some shit to uplift the culture, and you really got billions, and you're trying to do it, oh, you gone. You out of there. You out of there.
All right, so all I was gonna say is, let's just get ahead and get to a conclusion. I want everybody to give their final thoughts on this exact topic, and then we're gonna move on to our next subject.
Right.
So, about to say, you know what? Hey, Black Market, you go ahead and give your final thoughts.
All right, man. I just want to say, I had fun on here with y'all today, man. Really appreciate it for y'all getting me on here last minute. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie, I've been sick the last few days, man. I don't know if I had the flu. It's a stomach bug, something going around right now. So many people sick. But so pardon me if I seem a little out of it every now and again, man. I'm just now getting back on my feet. But the thing about this beef with Kendrick Lamar and Drake, it showed me that when people are so dedicated to something and they've been and it's been, you know, it's just like have been in a relationship for a long time. You know what I'm saying? It's like you so used to something, so when things go off the wall, everybody lose their mind. And everybody knows that hip hop is competition. First off, we can all sit here, we're gonna freestyle, but I'm an artist. I wanna kill it. I wanna kill everybody.
That's facts.
We can collab and make songs together, but I'm gonna kill you on that song. You feel me? That's competition. Friendly competition though. This is hip hop. My rhymes, my rhymes are personal and dear to my heart. When I rap, this is my life. I could never write another rhyme for somebody else. You know what I'm saying? So all that said and done, I just feel like in the beef itself, Kendrick Lamar felt disrespected. That's why he came at Drake like that. And he was prepared to go all the way to the depths of hell and back to win that battle. And Drake wasn't prepared for that. Because Kendrick is an artist like me. And anybody who lives in the era of hip hop, we know for a fact, not saying that, you know, my fault, let me take that back because I don't want nobody to take that the wrong way. Because art still is subjective. You know what I'm saying? What I like, the next person may not like. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, there's certain things that hip hop heads can agree on. Like I said, and the reason, like I said, the only reason I take that ghostwriting thing so personal, because I would never rap another person's rhyme and say I wrote it. You know what I'm saying? I would never do nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? And it's artists out here that feel the same way. And I don't feel like if I ever did that I could never look at you in your eye and tell you I'm the best. You know what I'm saying?
Hold on, pause.
That's just me.
I just got something quick to piggyback, and I'm gonna hand it back to you.
Nah, I'm finished.
No, because you made a point I like. You said you would never write something because everything comes from your heart, right? You would never write something and give it to somebody else, or take something that somebody else wrote and spit it as your own, right? So let me ask you this: Do you think that every artist out here that's rapping lives what they're writing?
No.
So what? So if I'm a writer and I'm a rapper, right, and I'm a lyricist and I'm writing some fire shit, but I'm not living nothing of the shit that I'm saying, how do you view me? Even though I'm writing the shit, but I'm not living the shit. So how do you look at
that? Well, on that note, I'll get to you, let's say, from a Nas perspective. A lot of things Nas was rapping about, he didn't do himself correct. But he was actually there and he seen these things with his eyes and he's telling you his story from his perception of what he's seen.
But does it take anything from the lyrics itself? Say he said he was doing it. Say fuck it, I wasn't seeing it, I was doing it, but he wasn't. Does that take away from his lyrics?
It's also storytelling.
I think it's a lot of storytelling. That's my point. Yeah. I'm just saying, hey, I'm just making you think a little bit. It's mad niggas out here that write shit that they don't live. It's mad shit. So the thing is it talent or is it not? That's my only thing. Is it talent or is it not? Unless you're
entertain you. Is it entertaining?
That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. This is a point. It's a lot of people writing shit that they don't live. It's shit that I said in songs I'm not doing. I'm not out here kicking motherfucking doors. I might say it in a bar to make the shit hit. You know what I'm saying? I'm not doing that shit for real. So what? I'm not lyrical now because I'm not. Get out of here. But that's all I wanted to say. I just thought that was a nice little point because a lot of people rap about shit they didn't do. That's all I'm saying.
I feel 100%.
All right, so L, yeah, let's get your conclusion real quick. What you got?
My conclusion, as far as the Kendrick and Drake fiasco, like I said in the beginning, when we all heard like that and we felt this brewing, I'm gonna use a Dragon Ball reference. I always looked at who Peter and no, I take that back. I look at Cole as Goku, Holy, and Drake as Vegeta. So
I get it. I get it. I get it.
yeah.
Hey, but he said when he heard that Mustard track, he said he went Goku on that shit. That's why he was like Mustard.
But I like, so I never looked at it like Drake could stand in a room with Kendrick lyrically. I believe two teams came together and put a plan together and put their tracks out, and the chips fell where they fell.
And the best artists ruined.
I don't, like you say, that'd be a discussion for another day. Kendrick won on better songs, but I think Family Matters was gravely underrated.
Thank you.
I
give you that one.
Yeah.
The system didn't allow it to peak.
The one track that if you just go into the context of what the people say, like it seems like Kendrick could get away with things that we wouldn't let other people get away with. Like he said, he don't have time to go into artists and dig up personals and this that, but you had it to present. I mean, come on. So let's not play this. There's this super monolithic being that meditates over rivers and all this. You're a guy. At the end of the day, a guy that can rap very well. I think better than Drake. I just think that we, like Third said, we need to see beyond the system, and I believe that's where the real essence of hip hop lives. I believe that's where a lot of us, Prince, I believe you cut from that cloth. I believe that Rhymes comes from that. Not saying that we're not entertained by the pop commercial stuff, but the other stuff is.
Oh, I love everything that be making me dance and wave my hands.
Yeah. That's like I said. Like there was a run where Drake had the soundtrack for Nigga Summers. He's having a ball. I think we all got kids because
I all got a lot of pussy listening Drake.
So just in conclusion, man, just I enjoyed the back and forth. I never did put Kendrick over never did put Drake over Kendrick lyrically. I do like Drake's music better, and I just hope that with all this lawsuits and all this other bullshit that's going on with it, that they both can come away from it. Yeah, they can come away from it and still make good music. I hope that this ain't the end of Drake, quote unquote.
Can I ask a question real quick? Up? I just got one question. So I'm thinking that now because when he dropped, I don't know if y'all heard the what was that 616 in LA? It's like it's a diss track that gets swept under the rug. And he said, "Have you ever played? Have you ever?" He said, "How about? Did you know that OVO was working for me?" When he said that bar, it had more meaning behind that bar than a lot of people thought, and it went over people's head. It was, and this is for you, fam. You right, the system. Mm-hmm. That is the undertone of this whole beef. Because when he said OVO was working for him, we all thinking it's Chubbs, one of his homeboys, one of these people. No, he was talking about UMG is working for him. Right. That's how he knew when he dropped Family Matters, he sit and drop what? Meet the Grounds right behind it.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay. So my thoughts is this, right?
Mhm.
I agree with L completely when he talked about, what you pretty much genuinely said was that you can sit there and poke holes and not like us. And I agree with that. You know what I'm saying? There's certain things that you can say, like, even just like what OVO stand for, the other vaginal option. And it's like, mm, you know what I mean? There's that. There's, we've heard stuff about him being a pedophile, right?
Mhm.
I mean, but I mean, there's nothing that's really corroborated to
No
fucking back
concrete
that
with
up.
it.
You know what I'm saying? So like, there are certain things that's there that you can poke holes in. What's quote unquote the biggest diss song in the whole fucking, you know what I'm saying? The whole situation. You know what I mean? So you can poke holes in that. Obviously the ghostwriting stuff. We all know that. We beat a dead horse when it came to that. I think we all sit here and we respect both. Oh, excuse me. Three of us respect both artists. You only respect Drake. But but you know what I mean, the artistry is there. You can't deny Drake's artistry. You cannot deny Kendrick's artistry, right?
Right.
And I do remember sitting here at the beginning of the year thinking, I was like, yo, well, beginning of last year, I literally said this. I don't know if I was talking to you third or I was talking to Tick. And I said, yo, I think we about to have an aftermath takeover. And this is literally a perfect segue because I was saying, yo, Kendrick says he's dropping this year. And then we just got confirmation that Eminem is dropping this year. And I was like, yo.
Don't forget Doechii. She's the
And
next
Doechii.
big thing.
Yeah, she nice.
Yes.
She's the next big thing.
I
Yeah,
was
I promise you.
I ain't gonna
yo.
say it because it's a public platform, but it's something about her that upsets me. But I won't go there.
Okay, yeah, we can talk about it in this, right?
Yo, we definitely
But
gotta get back on, yo. We definitely all gotta do this panel again.
yeah,
There's so much more topics we gotta hear.
Because guess
Yeah.
what? Like, even just this, I'm gonna be dead ass with y'all. I'm making this into a 2-part episode because ain't no fucking way. Ain't nobody gonna sit here and watch,
An hour and
long.
30 minutes.
Yeah,
Crazy.
I'm sure it's gonna be crazy, right? Because we still got the next topic to get into, which is the perfect segue, right? But shout out to Kendrick, shout out to Drake. Let's just be real. Like, I got respect for both artists. I genuinely do. But speaking on Aftermath's big year, let's move to the Eminem situation that we was gonna talk about, right?